Welcome back to the Ancestral Findings podcast. Let's step into the storied history of the 30 Mile Point Lighthouse, where tales of bravery and dedication resonate with the spirit of Lake Ontario. As a historical sentinel, it offers a bridge to our maritime past and a beacon for future explorations. Perched on the edge of Lake Ontario's vast expanse, the 30 Mile Point Lighthouse stands as a historical beacon. Its conception sprang from necessity, as the treacherous waters claimed many vessels, including the HMS Ontario, lost in 1780. The need for a lighthouse was crystallized in the Lighthouse Board's 1872 declaration. Following congressional funding in 1873, construction began, culminating in the first beam of light piercing the darkness on April 27, 1876. The lighthouse, with its high Victorian Gothic architecture, married functionality with grandeur. The initial headkeeper, Edwin Pratt, and his successor, Samuel Penfield, embodied the unwavering dedication required for their roles. These men were more than caretakers. They were the stalwart defenders of Lake Ontario's mariners, providing critical weather and navigation information. One of the early 20th century keepers, George Rockwell, became legendary for his bravery. During a winter blizzard, the light's mechanism seized under ice. Undaunted, Rockwell worked throughout the night, chipping away ice to keep the light operational, ensuring the safe passage of ships. From its initial kerosene lamp to the incandescent oil vapor lamp of the early 1900s, the lighthouse saw technological advancements that allowed it to cast its beam further into the lake, offering enhanced safety for ships. The Great Lake Storm of 1913, the Big Blow, brought hurricane-force winds. The keeper at the time, Henry J. Williams, kept the light burning, guiding ships away from the perilous shoreline despite the severe conditions. The lighthouse served as a community symbol, with the grounds hosting gatherings, festivities, and the keeper often playing a central role. Facing erosion, extensive efforts were made to protect the lighthouse. The strategic placement of boulders along the shoreline in 1954 reflected the commitment to its preservation. Decommissioned in 1958, the lighthouse transitioned to a historic monument within Golden Hills State Park, inviting visitors to discover its rich past. As a museum, the lighthouse houses artifacts and displays recounting its history and the maritime heritage of Lake Ontario. It has become a place of learning about the shipwrecks it prevented and the lives it touched. The site is an educational resource, offering insights into the region's ecology and the lighthouse's role in maritime history, attracting school trips and researchers. The legacy of the 30 Mile Point Lighthouse continues as it stands not only as a monument to a bygone era, but as a testament to the enduring human spirit and our relationship with the natural world. The 30 Mile Point Lighthouse transcends its role as a navigational aid, becoming a chronicle of human persistence against nature. Each stone and relic contributes to a narrative of maritime history and heritage. As a custodian of the past, it serves as a tangible link between the present and the days of sail and steam. It reminds us of the perilous journeys made by mariners and the advancements in navigation technology. Now silent in its guiding role, the lighthouse speaks volumes through its continued existence. It stands as an emblem of efforts to preserve historical landmarks as a focal point for community, education, and remembrance. Looking forward, the lighthouse remains an inspiration, encouraging reflection on history and the lessons of resilience and vigilance. Visiting the lighthouse is an experience that bridges time, connecting us with those who watched over Lake Ontario. Their legacy continues to guide us, just as the lighthouse's beam once guided ships through the night. The 30 Mile Point Lighthouse, with its storied past and hopeful future, is a cherished landmark that will continue to be celebrated and preserved. It stands as a symbol of our desire to keep history's light burning bright for future generations. If you're interested in delving deeper into the history of the 30 Mile Point Lighthouse or lighthouses in the Lake Ontario region, the following resources and avenues could be explored. There are several books that document the history of lighthouses around the Great Lakes, which often include detailed chapters on individual lighthouses like 30 Mile Point. Titles such as Great Lakes Lighthouses Encyclopedia by Larry Wright and Patricia Wright offer comprehensive information. The Niagara County Historical Society or similar local organizations can provide historical documents, photographs, and personal accounts of the lighthouses in the area. Museums such as the H. Lee White Maritime Museum in Oswego, New York, often have exhibits on the maritime history of the Great Lakes, including lighthouses. Groups such as the Great Lakes Lighthouse Keepers Association work to preserve lighthouses and their histories. They often have archives and resources for research. Digital collections from libraries or universities in New York may have digitized materials related to the 30 Mile Point Lighthouse and other regional lighthouses. Since the 30 Mile Point Lighthouse is located within Golden Hills State Park, the New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation may offer pamphlets, historical summaries, and other educational materials. There might be documentaries that feature the lighthouses of the Great Lakes, which can be found through public broadcasting services or online platforms. Websites dedicated to lighthouse history, such as Lighthouse Digest or the United States Lighthouse Society, can offer a wealth of information and connect enthusiasts. Attending tours offered by the lighthouses themselves or local lighthouse festivals can provide immersive educational experiences. Research papers and articles in journals focused on maritime history or civil engineering might cover the construction, history, and technological aspects of lighthouses. By utilizing these resources, you can gain a deeper appreciation of the historical significance of the 30 Mile Point Lighthouse and the roles such structures have played in maritime navigation across the Great Lakes region. Thank you for joining us today on the Ancestral Findings podcast. For additional resources and exclusive treats, visit ancestralfindings.com. You can grab a complimentary genealogy ebook, benefit from a free lookup, and even participate in our weekly historical postcard giveaway. It's a treasure trove for every family history enthusiast. Your support by listening to the podcast genuinely means the world to me. If you want to support us in more ways, consider supporting us on Patreon or PayPal. Every contribution aids in delivering valuable content and continuing our free genealogy lookup service. From all of us at Ancestral Findings, thank you for being an integral part of our family history community since 1995. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, happy searching.